I've spoken on anti-white racism a few times on my channel, and after the last video, I thought to myself that surely there can be nothing else that would inspire me to film a whole ass entire video about this subject. And then that's exactly what happened. I ran into easily the most vile post that I have seen thus far. And that's saying a lot, especially on a platform like X. X is the wild, wild west. And I'm as wild as anybody on X, right? I go after the jugular when it comes to X. But when I saw this, I thought to myself, okay, let's unpack, let's really get into this because this is vile, it's disgusting, and it's got to be talked about. If we were in Jim Crow era, I would be creating content or have a radio station where I'd be speaking on these things in opposition to the Democratic plantation and its racist ways. So when people have a problem with me speaking on quote unquote anti-white racism, which is just racism, you're likely the part of the problem, right? I don't like it either way. I hate any sort of bigotry that comes from a place of disdain and hatred for another individual. And I understand that a lot of it actually comes from, well, it comes from envy, because why else would you feel you have to make yourself superior to somebody else unless you feel they're above you? But that's a psych talk for another time. Let's get into this damn post. And I'm going to post the picture right here on the video. Y'all can see the person's name. I'm not going to cover the name up of the individual who said this because they put themselves on a public platform saying something like this. This ain't doxing or anything of that nature. This is just the post from the person who decided to say these things, who holds these sentiments. So this is the original message said, George Floyd got 4 televised funerals and 70 days of rioting. What does Laken Riley get? Now, for those of y'all who do not know who Laken Riley is, the most YouTube friendly way I can put it is like this. Laken Riley is a young woman who had her life taken in the most brutal way possible. She was chased down, raped, and brutally massacred by an illegal immigrant. And the consequences for this illegal immigrant were close to nothing because of who was in office at the time, right? Those who defend the criminals and essentially allow for the victimized to be victimized, right? That is the Democratic plantation. That has always been them. But the story of Laken Riley is unique in the way where, again, of course, how tragic it was, but also the fact that there was a visceral response on both sides. One side defending the person who took her life. Well, we need to understand what their situation was. They were going through a lot. Well, this is systemic, blah, blah, blah. And the other side of rational, sane people who said this is gruesome, disgusting, and essentially we won't stand for it. And so that then led to what we see now as the Laken Riley Act, which is a law that has been put in place to, to put people into prison who do such things and to send them back to where they once came. Imagine that, right? What a novel idea. And so the person in this original message simply said, George Floyd got 4 televised funerals and 70 days of rioting. And statues and all sorts of, accolades for that moment that was racialized through the media. And the response that Jada has to this is absolutely nothing. In response to what does Laken Riley get? She said, absolutely nothing. Why would we riot for a white bitch? You can't make this stuff up, folks. You cannot make this stuff up. That's the level of hatred within these people's hearts. And I used to have it so twisted, before I lost 1,500 followers on IG after coming out the conservative closet. I think it was November 4th to November 6th or 7th. I lost around 1,500. Just, unfollow. How dare you? I can't believe you. And I wasn't saying anything even this quote unquote controversial. I literally put out just a little post that was a little jokey joke and then a little celebration after my candidate won. Simple, basic stuff. And I got to see how vile these individuals were. The party of tolerance. And I grew up in the Bay Area, so, I knew that some of these people were wacky or whatever it was, but I didn't realize how unhinged they genuinely were. Like, I didn't realize how not just mentally unstable, but how hateful they were. Where women who voted either for Trump or didn't vote at all, got messages such as, I hope you get raped and have to bleed out, you lose your child because, you can't get the reproductive rights that you essentially voted against, which literally never happened, but okay. Those sorts of messages, and the people who love their illegal immigrants were telling Hispanic folk, etc., that they hope that they got deported. People were born in this country, mind you, where being sent messages like, I hope you get deported because you voted for Trump, right? That's the party of tolerance. So Jada over here is exactly that. That's who she is. That's what she is. She is a hate-filled individual, right? She is a wig-wearing, caterpillar eyelash having, a face full of clown makeup having individual who essentially is racist. Not is racist, literally is racist, period. And this sort of mentality has been allowed to permeate because of the left, because of the so-called woke ideology, right? Imagine the people who say that they're eradicating racism. Mind you, the party or the platform itself are the ones who are fighting against the Civil Rights Act. But now all of a sudden, they're fighting racism, like Lyndon Baines Johnson, right? Oh, he does not want Civil Rights Act to pass. He's forced to sign it into a bill or into legislation. And all of a sudden, he is the anti-racist guy. All of a sudden, this man is written in the history books, at least for the left, as some sort of hero, an advocate for the black man and the black woman. Yeah, those same people are the same ones who are saying things like this on a daily basis with their whole entire face and name on the internet, folks. This young woman, and this is woman to woman, which even is crazier to me because all this sisterhood BS, right? All that sisterhood BS is out the door when it's a white bitch. Absolutely nothing. Why would we riot for? So she's even admitting that they rioted because I believe that BLM was an extremist group who did more harm than they did good. Now, I want to bring up another message, and this one came from a surprising figure, but should I be surprised if anything that comes out of Hollywood? Probably not. This one comes from, what's his name? John Boyega. I guess he's a Boyega, a Nigerian British actor from Star Wars, etc., right? And he put out a tweet that reads as follows. He said, I really effing hate racists. Now, that's a fantastic message because, hatred for the hateful is a more positive thing, right? Hate for hate. I effing hate the racists. Yeah, I can agree with that. And somebody replies, nobody loves racists. I'm from Nigeria. My ex said she hates whites, so I break up with her. So that's a guy who responds to that post. What does John say? John says, I am talking about white on black racists. So the man hit him with facts. The man hit him with reality. The man hit him with anti-left rhetoric, which is basically just common sense. And he says, no. I am talking about white on black racism, the kind that has ruined the world, not causing a little breakup with your girlfriend. So it only matters when it is white on black. It only matters. And BLM showed us that. BLM only comes to collect the funds. They only come to protest. They only stand up for the rights of black people when it is a situation that they can profit from, when they can racialize the situation. It must be white on black in order for it to count in the eyes of the propaganda machine and those who are completely given over to it. If it is black on black, it does not matter. If it is black on white, it does not exist. God honest truth. Or it doesn't matter, which is even worse, right? It literally doesn't, like black on black, it's ignored. That's a better phrasing of it. Black on white, well, even if that happened, it's likely justified, right? That's how they view it. It's likely justified. Well, it's probably okay that they're doing that because the white man, I've gotten an opportunity to live everywhere from the Bay Area upwards to like the northern part of California, blue to red, small town living over there in the Marysville area. And let's just say this. There are white folk out there who are absolutely thriving. I'm talking about millions on millions of dollars. Their children are going to be trust fund babies, etc. And there's also white people, more of these white people, who live in destitute situations. not trailer parks, shanty houses, makeshift homes. They live in the ghetto. Yeah. So, in order for this argument of the white man, the white man, the white man to actually be conclusive, to actually have any substance, you can't have, some thriving and then most of them who are struggling and have that work out for you. And I know they try to twist it and say, well, it's not all white people. It's just the idea of whiteness. What the hell does the idea of whiteness even mean? It means somebody who you are jealous or envious of because they got more shit than you do. Get over yourself. Make something of yourself. If you are jealous or envious of somebody else's wealth, their success, great, fantastic. Use that and create motivation and inspiration out of it. Stop being so damn bitter and jealous and envious and instead use that as a catapult for your own success. How about that? Instead of looking at what the next person has, because you see a black person who has, and you say to yourself, well, they're part of the system. The white man did this. So nobody can win in your situation. It's BS, folks. I realized it was BS when I started asking this question back in the day. Okay. So you care so much about black folks and reparations, etc. Okay, so what if every single black person got a reparations check except for you? Would you be happy about that? The truth is likely no. You'd be livid. You'd probably be more pissed. But I thought it was about the people. I thought it was about, the community. I thought it was about everybody. That's BS. You don't care. And I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to who I'm talking to. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't give a damn. Because when it's y'all babies who are being taken out by ones who look just like you. It doesn't matter then. They're not your community then, huh? They're only your community when it's a white man who's doing it. And so you get to, okay, got you. I don't want to see any of these babies being harmed. Black, white, red, orange, silver, purple, magenta. I don't give a damn. I don't want any of our babies being harmed. I don't want any of our men or women being harmed. The innocent. If you're a criminal, you need to go where criminals go. Simple as that. I'm not going to empathize with you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm over it. I'm sick and tired of justifying these behaviors. I'm sick and tired of, but they've been through a hard life. Yes, everybody's been through some shit. Everybody has been through it. Okay? And there are people who choose to make different decisions, and that's what they do. But you continue to blame racism, and you continue to get the very same result. The very same result, stuck perpetually in a Groundhog's Day situation that you cannot break out of until you finally take responsibility for your own damn life. Yes, I have had it today. I am sick and tired of it. I am tired of it. Imagine if it was the other way around. This would be global news, but instead it falls to deaf ears. This is exactly how genocides become genocides. What do you think happened? How do you think there was a convincing of, these black people are less than human? It was this type of messaging that happened. And if we don't defend it in one place, then we are okaying it in everything, right? And a justice for one is a justice for all. And we just so happen to live in a day and age where it is okay to be racist so long as it is white. I appreciate you for tapping into this video. And if you would like to show some love to the channel, make sure to click the link below titled Buy Me a Coffee, or you can send a Cash App, or, just keep showing up. I'll keep showing up. You keep showing up, and it'll be a beautiful thing. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see